I have called Ganesh Mahipaul many times to relate to him about the leadership treatment towards Indigeyonis. He will often mention that he is the only Indian the leadership listens to, and he has to protect his interests. Pundit Ubraj, Narine, the 21st of September, 2025. During the airing of Nation Watch, Ganesh Mahipaul made certain remarks towards me which I believed needed a frank response. I wish to remind Mr. Mahipaul that before casting stones at others, he ought to examine his own record. He is by no means a saint when it comes to hypocrisy in the political arena, particularly within our own party, the People's National Congress Reform, PNCR. For the record, I have never attacked him, nor have I ever sought to undermine his role. However, Mr. Mahipaul should know his place. He does not represent me, nor is he the chief Indian in the PNCR, which he always wants to indicate. It is therefore not his duty, nor does he have the authority, to dictate what I say, where I say it, or how I choose to express myself. I have called Ganesh Mahipaul many times to relate to him about the leadership treatment towards Indo-Guyanese. He will often mention that he is the only Indian the leadership listens to, and he has to protect his interests. I must let him know that I was never the instigator behind the plot to move a no-confidence motion against Aubrey Norton in the 12th Parliament, and neither was I the one who promoted Roysdale Ford to contest the leadership at the last biennial Congress against Aubrey Norton. Mr. Mahipaul should refrain from presuming moral authority. His record shows he is not to be trusted, not even with a pinch of salt. As the ancient wisdom of Chineka Nidi reminds us, Madherd I vi, Asayakai, Priyavkani, Sarvad Makina, Priyam Hta Hidi, Tiktok Ni Hida Vikam. Meaning, sweet words are like poison. A person who always speaks pleasantly may, in truth, carry bitterness in their heart. Such a one may speak with charm, but harbor venom within.
Gotta get coffee in the mornings. Let me tell you about this here. I see this coming. Yes, and when I say I see it coming, listen. I know a lot of people gonna come and say, "Oh, the other side, people is say this and people is say that." But let me tell you, I should have dropped this video before this come out. I tell myself, I think I did make a video and I mentioned it, but it's not like a big video about it. I always say, when the PNC supporters and people in PNC calling out black people for supporting PPP, supporting other Indian party, calling them all kind of name, right? Slave, picking cotton, house slave, house whatever. Are you calling them all of this thing? Don't come and tell me nothing about Nandela and Ali. Say, me ain't talking about that. I am being real here, right? I always say, why is it they saying these things because black people choose to support the Indian party now? We call them all these names. But they got Indian people in your party. I always say that, right? And I say, how y'all feel? These Indian people in your party feeling, right? Because if you got Indian people in your party, and if you see a black person who was in your party or something, and choose, to move off to the next political party, I was eating pancake, right? Choose to move off to the next political party, whether it's, if we say Indian party, PPP, whatever, you drag these people, right? You call them house slave, picking cotton, what more you want to call them. I always say this, you understand? I say how they feel, these Indians in their party feeling. You understand? I always say how these Indians in their party feeling, right? Because if you could call these people, that walk out from your party and choose the next party because whatever reason, but you think people getting into or joining PPP, speaking cotton season or something, I know. right? But my point always is that you're offending the Indians in your party. Yes, like I can feel a way. It's like, okay, I choose to come here because maybe what they want, if you want to say PPP is party to racial party or whatever, right? If you saying that, and then you got Indians come in your party, gotta say, okay, you're supposed to representing all race and whatever, and they want a multicultural party. They understand Guyana is a multicultural society and they don't want it in a one race party and they choose to join you. How you think these Indians is feel, right? When you are calling out a black person now that choose PPP. Just so the Indian choose you, the blacks could choose PPP. I never get it. I don't get it. Listen, I ain't a PPP supporter. You should know by now. I ain't a PPP supporter. I hate the PPP either. You understand? But I could tell you, it's real disrespectful for Indians be in PNC party and y'all calling the blacks that go over to PPP all these names. I always say it. I had a conversation with my friend and I was telling her, I said, that is really terrible. I know Indians must be feeling bad. And she said, I was thinking the same way. I was thinking like, how you calling all these people, right? Either you're not in the, okay, some people might come and argue, well, it's not people directly in the party. But I know we're going on inside the party, how they carry on. But I'm telling you, people that representing, you understand, representing the PNC party, calling out black people that join PPP. So I always say, you guys, these Indian in PNC got a feeling away. What was it? First thing I don't understand. PNC is not a black people party, right? So if it is not a black people party, you have Indians inside. So once you have other race in your party, you cannot tell a next black person that's supposed to vote for you because of race. Nobody's supposed to condemning and dragging a black person because they choose a PPP party, they choose Wayne or whoever they choose, right? Dragging this black person because they choose to join PPP or whatever. Because as I always say, it's not making sense. It's not making no sense at all. I never get the sense of it. Because I say, you have Indian people. And let me tell you, it's only since yesterday, couple days, something Debbie had me to make this video. I even have to buy the young Indian boy picture in my phone that I had to make this video of, before all of this. To say how you think this young man gonna feel when a black person join PPP or when, and because it's dominated by Indians, you dragging this person, you calling this person all kind of racial name. But then you have Indian people. You have Indian people in your party. You won't think these people feel in a way. I would have feel a way because I feel in a way. You understand? Because it's like, I come over here because I want a play, a play in a multicultural party, and so on and so on. And then I see the people dragging my African brothers and sisters because I joined PPP, but I joined APNU. You understand? I joined PNC. So it's a really sticky situation. I always say it's not a good look. It's not a good look. You guys cannot drag an African, a black person because I joined PPP. But then you sit with the Indians and you're clapping with them. They can feel a way. You understand? How to make sense? If PNC was a pro-black party, then it wouldn't get no other race. It would be a pro-black party. And PNC is not, because when I look around, I see Indians in it. You understand? So then you cannot condemn or call out a black person who choose to enter PPP, win or whatever. You can't call out nobody. I know the Indians gotta be feeling a way in you part. They always say, I say how they believe, how they think, these Indians in their parties feel, right? When you calling out a black person, an Afro-Guyanese, to choosing to go with the PPP, you call him a Guyanese. So what you calling the Indians then? Is then if I were Indian, I would have said, well, would have called him me. Because if the Afro-Guyanese gone over to PPP, I could call him all these things, would have called him me. I said, what now? Right? So it's like, it didn't make sense to me. I always it make sense to me. Yeah, talking points. A lot of people talking points. They making sense when it comes to race and saying, I see so many black people drag through this internet streets because they choose to join PPP, win, especially PPP, right? They're being dragged. I always believe this is everybody's choice. I don't understand. People believe that you gotta vote a party because of race. No, everybody' interest is their interest, not your own. Everybody choose because of them. You understand? And the last time I checked, PNC is not a pro-black party. It's not only black people in the party. So it's very insulting to the East Indians brothers and sisters when you guys say you're representing PNC, right? And then calling out Afro-Guyanese to choosing to go with the PPP. Listen, I tell you, if I was Indian with the PNC, I would have packed up my bag and gone because it's not a good look. I always say those Indians in the party got a feeling away. They got a feeling away. You guys cannot say you're representing PNC, APNU, right? And then dogging out Afro-Guyanese for choosing PPP when y'all get Indian people in your party. How y'all think this go over? Y'all thinking if you want a pro-black party, put out all the Indians and good luck getting all the black in your party.